a.m. Eastern vote on moving the process forward. CBS's Laura Podesta says there's still no certainty over a handful of swing senators.
Only 3 Republicans and 1 Democrat are still undecided on Kavanaugh's nomination. The rest remain split among party lines after reviewing the FBI's latest background check.
There's no way anything we did would satisfy the Democrats.
In plain English, what I just read, there are hints of misconduct.
President Trump rallied support for his nominee at an event in Minnesota last night.
Judge Kavanaugh will protect, uphold, and defend the Constitution of the United States as written.
A vote to confirm Kavanaugh is expected late tomorrow. Vice President Pence will be in Washington in case he has to vote to break a tie. Odds makers were predicting Kim Jong-un or President Trump would win this year's Nobel Peace Prize. But 2 hours ago in Oslo, make that 3 hours ago, the Nobel Committee chair made the announcement.
Denis Mukwege and Nadia Murad have both put their personal security at risk by courageously combating war crimes and seeking justice for victims.
Mukwege is a doctor from Congo. Murad is a Yazidi held captive by ISIS. The unemployment rate is expected to dip back down to an 18-year low. Business analyst Jill Schlesinger.
Today, the government will release the September employment report. Analysts predict the economy added 180,000 jobs. If so, that would be down from the 201,000 non-farm payroll jobs that were added in August.
Pop a daily vitamin D on doctor's orders. A new study shows it's a wasted effort. Live to CBS's Jim Taylor.
Yeah, researchers say something like 40% of older adults in the U.S. take vitamin D supplements daily because they think it's going to prevent against fractures and falls or cancer. Not true, says this exhaustive study in Lancet. The new research looking at 81 randomized trials on whether vitamin D does prevent fractures and falls and improves bone mineral density in adults. It does not. Its authors say the findings unequivocal. Deborah?
First Lady Melania Trump spent part of her Friday reading a book to kids at an orphanage in Nairobi.
Lion sleeps. Mouse runs over his back.
Mrs. Trump danced with the children and cradled babies. At an earlier stop, she fed baby elephants at a national park. S&P futures are down 1. This is CBS News.
You have enough things to worry about every day. Insurance shouldn't be one of them. You can leave worry behind when Liberty stands with you. Liberty Mutual Insurance.
Hi, it's Patti LaBelle. You've seen me cooking in my kitchen on TV. I know you have. I'm as comfortable making sweet desserts in my kitchen as I am making sweet music. And when I make my delicious treats, there's only one egg that's good enough for me and my family. Eggland's Best. With 6 times more vitamin D, 10 times more vitamin E, 25% less saturated fat than ordinary eggs. And better taste. It doesn't get any better than the best. Eggland's Best.
Spilled your red wine? Quick, the quicker picker-upper. Bounty picks up spills and messes quicker. And is 2 times more absorbent than the leading ordinary brand. So you can get back on track quicker. Bounty, the quicker picker-upper.
A popular rapper is trying his hand at acting.
Snoop Dogg's new musical comes out today. But you have to be in Houston to check out the first show. It's called Redemption of a Dog, and he put it together with singer Tamar Braxton. The semi-autobiographical piece features some of his biggest hits and his life in the public eye. From Houston, he tours for a month to places like Philly, St. Louis, Chicago, and Detroit. Tickets for tonight's show start at $60. Matt Piper, CBS News.
That's your personal question.
Okay. A Star is Born opens today. Not only do Lady Gaga and Bradley Cooper get great reviews, Cooper's already received the Compassion in Film Award for casting his dog Charlie in a supporting role. PETA applauds the actor-director for opting not to use an animal from a Hollywood pet exhibitor. Since shooting the movie, Cooper says Charlie has an agent and doesn't talk to him much anymore. Deborah Rodriguez, CBS News.
Is gold and silver part of your portfolio? If not, let me tell you why it should be. The value of the dollar continues to diminish, and we're heading into a crucial midterm election that could have a substantial impact on the stock market. Noted economists are warning of a stock market crash. The time is now to secure your wealth with precious metals by calling the Gold Silver Group today at 800-526-5137. The Gold Silver Group is here for you with low prices and fast shipping on all precious metals delivered to your doorstep. Don't wait for politicians to decide your future. Safeguard your wealth from Wall Street, big banks, and corrupt officials. Whether you want a precious metals IRA or a private investment, don't wait for another collapse like 2008. The world is changing. Are you ready? Call the Gold Silver Group now for free information at 800-526-5137. That's 800-526-5137. 800-526-5137. That's 800-526-5137.
At U.S. Bank, just picture what you can do with a low home equity rate. Cook up a new kitchen, say ID to the perfect wedding. If you can picture it, you can do it with a U.S. Bank home equity line of credit. Apply today at your local U.S. Bank. Visit usbank.com. Go ahead, bring your dreams to life. You've got the strength of U.S. Bank behind you. All of us serving you. U.S. Bank member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
You may already know about the EPB's Roundup program, where you can round your electric bill up to the nearest dollar, and that money goes to community relief to help those who are less fortunate pay their electric bill. You can now increase the charitable amount you add to your EPB bill to any amount you choose, $1, $2, $5, $10, or even more. Say your electric bill is $94.14 and you want to round it up by $5. Your bill would actually be $100. To make your change to your EPB bill, contact the Glasgow EPB.
Have you considered what your retirement looks like? Here are some things about retirement that may surprise you. 64% of retirees say they are confident about having enough money to live comfortably throughout their retirement years. Yet according to the Economic Policy Institute, nearly half of families have no retirement account savings at all. In 2017, more than 67% of retirees depended on Social Security as a major source of their income. The average monthly Social Security benefit at the beginning of 2018 was $1,404. Due to health care costs associated with living longer, 26% of workers now intend to keep working until age 70 and beyond, and 10% don't intend to retire at all. The 65 and older group is expected to become larger and have more influence in the future. Have you made arrangements for health care? Are you comfortable with your investment decisions? If you are unsure about your decisions, give the Fouch Wealth Advisory Group, Sam Dickinson, or Brian Basinger a call at 270-651-2663. Investment counseling since 1854. Securities offered by JJB Hillier W. Alliance LLC, member NYSE, SIPC, and FINRA. Investing in securities involves risks.
Hello and good morning, everybody. Wes Royce here on Good Morning Live, joined with Aaron Russell. Aaron, how are you, sir?
I'm doing well, Wes. How are you?
Good. Enjoying the weather this morning. It's pretty nice out there.
Oh, yes, it is.
Pretty nice out there. I'm still jealous you get to use the headset. I love headsets.
Very comfortable.
I mean, you can just move around. Your volume doesn't change or anything.
Exactly.
So right now we're at 70 degrees this morning, and we've got a big day planned for you with some local news. We're going to have the archives for you. Check in the weather. We've got 3 days of birthdays. The phone lines are open now at 270-651-9149. We'll go to the forecast now, where Ray Stajic says anything's possible.
Some clouds, some fog, but showers well to the east as we move through this morning. Above the clouds and the fog, we'll have sunshine as we go through this morning into the afternoon. A shower, maybe a thunderstorm. Our story, well, it remains the warmth. Most of us into the upper 80s yesterday. I see no reason why we're not there today, tomorrow, Sunday. And that front we talked about is probably not going to get south of us. So we are going to see more mild weather into next week. Maybe by late week next week. That's what we'll cross our fingers for if you're hoping for some cooler weather. Some signs we may get that. But that just brings us back down to normal until Thursday, by about Thursday. So areas of clouds, fog this morning, otherwise partly cloudy, and a few clouds this afternoon. May have a passing shower, thunderstorm. 88 tonight, mainly clear and warm. 67. Don't forget about the warmth on the overnight lows. The average low is closer to 50. Some showers, thunderstorms are possible tomorrow afternoon. 87. I don't think it'll affect too many of your outdoor plans. And then plenty of sunshine on Sunday, upper 80s. Monday, if you have the day off for Columbus Day, some afternoon thunderstorms, middle 80s. Mid 80s Tuesday. Low 80s with some showers and thunderstorms Wednesday, and I'll give you Thursday because it looks like we'll start to cool down. Chance of showers, highs in the mid-70s. I'm meteorologist Ray Stajic, a Weather Channel on WCLU, your home for local.
Thank you, Ray. Let's take a look at the constant coverage in-studio radar screen where at the east of us, over near the Virginia and North Carolina line over there, they got a little rain coming their way. We know the winds are mostly south for the most part, but right now winds are calm here in south central Kentucky. The barometer is at 30.08, and we have 0 inches of rain over the last 24-hour period. And, of course, barometer is at 30.08, and we have 95% humidity. That's 95% humidity here in south central Kentucky, and it shows. I mean, your windshields, you really need to be careful. If you are questionable whether or not you can see out your left or your right side window, if you're having to make a turn at an intersection, there's nothing wrong with rolling down your windows and just being extra safe and taking a double take, if you will, because there's been a few times where I've been lucky. So just putting that out here for you. Local news is next.
You know you can depend on WCLU for local news on the air, online, on demand at WCLUradio.com.
For WCLU Local News, I'm Wes Royce reporting. The regular City Council meeting for Monday, October the 8th, has been canceled due to a lack of business for the agenda, but the next council meeting will be on the regular scheduled meeting date, which is Monday, October the 22nd at 7 p.m. Governor Matt Bevin will join representatives from the Jobs for America's Graduate, Inc., also known as JAG, the Kentucky program today, to present the organization with the 5 of 5 award. The award recognizes the Kentucky JAG program for surpassing performance outcome metrics for high school program participants in 5 key areas, including graduation rate and full-time job placements. JAG representatives will also discuss the future of the program in the Commonwealth, including over $1 million currently invested in Kentucky schools to ensure student success. In other news, Trooper Martin Wesley is investigating a 2-vehicle collision that occurred on October the 3rd at around 12:22 p.m., just 5 miles east of Russell Springs on Kentucky 910. Preliminary investigations indicate that Odelia Jones, age 88, of Russell Springs, was operating a 1997 Lincoln Town Car westbound on Kentucky 910 when she crossed the center line, striking an 03 Ford Expedition head-on. The driver, 29-year-old Felicia Hill, also of Russell Springs, along with a passenger in her vehicle, 2-year-old Adrian Hill of Russell Springs, were airlifted to UK Hospital. Jones was pronounced deceased at the scene by Russell County coroner. Jones and Hill were wearing a seatbelt. Adrian Hill was unrestrained. Trooper Wesley was assisted at the scene by KSP Commercial Vehicle Enforcement, Russell County Sheriff's Department, Russell County EMS, and the Eli and Russell Springs Fire Departments. A Fort Knox, Kentucky soldier pled guilty today before U.S. District Court Judge Rebecca Grady Jennings to 5 counts of production of child pornography by a parent, 10 counts of transportation of child pornography, and 1 count of possession of child pornography, announced U.S. Attorney Russell M. Coleman yesterday. Andrew Paul Schmidt, age 40, was arrested on a federal criminal complaint on December the 4th of last year. A federal grand jury indicted Schmidt on 6 counts on December 20th of last year and returned a superseding indictment with additional charges later in March of this year. According to the criminal complaint, on December 4th, 2017, Schmidt utilized KIK Messenger to communicate with an individual online, which, unbeknownst to Schmidt, was an undercover Federal Bureau of Investigation special agent. During the course of the online conversation, Schmidt sent the undercover agent images of his 5-year-old daughter. Schmidt faces a mandatory minimum sentence of 15 years in prison and could be sentenced up to 370 years in prison. Further, Schmidt faces a minimum of 5 years supervised release up to a maximum term of supervised release for life and a $4 million fine. Sentencing is scheduled for January 17th of 2019 at 10 a.m. Louisville time before Judge Jennings. Assistant U.S. Attorney Joshua Judd and United States Army Captain Greta L. Matisich, Special Assistant U.S. Attorney, are prosecuting the case. The Federal Bureau of Investigation conducted this investigation. For WCLU Local News, I'm Wes Royce. For a complete rundown of local news, be sure to log on to WCLUradio.com. We are WCLU, your home for local. Right now, it is 6:14, 70 degrees. More local news when we continue on WCLU.
Hi, I'm Fred Parrish here at Parrish Carpet in Glasgow, Kentucky. My parents started this business over 50 years ago, so we know flooring here at Parrish Carpet. We have a large showroom and a big selection in stock. We do custom binding and we do free estimates. We've served a lot of people in the 50-plus years, and we'd like to thank each and every one of you. So if you have a flooring need, come see us at Parrish Carpet.
Growth begins with an idea. At the People's Bank, that idea is to give you the banking service you deserve. We carry out that idea in everything we do. In fact, it's become our motto, working for you. As that idea continues to grow, let us work for you at our new location, 1300 West Main Street, opening this summer. Let us be the place where your ideas begin, where you get the banking you deserve. Come grow with us. The People's Bank, working for you.
Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
In more local news at this hour, United States Representative Harold Hal Rogers from the 5th District in Kentucky and U.S. Senate Majority Leader Mitch McConnell and Governor Matt Bevin announced a $1.1 million abandoned mine land grant to renovate and revitalize Stearns, Kentucky, a construct railroad-related repairs and improvements to the Big South Fork Scenic Railway. The grant was awarded by the Kentucky Energy and Environment Cabinet's Division of Abandoned Mine Lands to McCreary County Heritage Foundation Incorporated as part of the 2017 Abandoned Mine Lands pilot program to revitalize the coal fields in Kentucky's Appalachia region. The project will improve to the town's historic district that will include construction of a restaurant and a reconstruction of a theater. Historic Stearns Coal and Lumber Company stores will be rehabbed and repurposed into museums and a visitor center, and the former company headquarters will be converted into a bed and breakfast. Railway improvements will include tie and trace replacement, drainage improvements, steam engine and diesel engine locomotive repairs, railroad and repair shop refurbishment, and the purchase of a backup diesel engine and walking ATV trail construction to the Yamacraw Bridge. In addition to the AML pilot program, the Heritage Foundation has received a $2 million U.S. Economic Development and Administration grant with support from Senator McConnell and Congressman Rogers. The U.S. Department of Agriculture Rural Development has also awarded the project a $100,000 Rural Business Enterprise grant. Well, October is time for football, colorful leaves, and flannel. For the Kentucky Transportation Cabinet, October the 8th through the 14th is also time for the Commonwealth's Adopt a Highway groups to participate in the fall sweep to clear roadside litter. Each year, the Kentucky Transportation Cabinet employees and contractors spend 200,000 hours removing 96,000 bags of highway litter. To assist those efforts, in 1988, the Transportation Cabinet established the Adopt a Highway program to reduce roadside litter, keep Kentucky's highways beautiful, promote a cleaner environment, foster civic pride, and save taxpayer dollars. Today, Kentucky's Adopt a Highway program has nearly 700 groups, and volunteers remove thousands of bags of litter from approximately 1,400 miles of roadside. Any permanently established business, association, community, or public organization or government entity can adopt a 2-mile stretch of highway for 2 years. Local businesses, Boy Scouts and Girl Scout troops, high school organizations, service clubs, veterans, groups, college fraternities and sororities, professional organizations, sport teams, church groups, and many others are invited to participate in this program to keep Kentucky's highways beautiful. For WCLU Local News, I'm Wes Royce. Right now, we are looking at 70 degrees at 6:18. We'll hear from Kentucky News in 60 seconds.
Steve and Kate are a typical couple with a common marital concern.
His snoring was awful and it kept me awake. I tried everything, turning him, waking him, nose strips, and even earplugs for me. Nothing worked. It was making me crazy.
Then Kate heard that snoring may be a sign of sleep apnea, a serious disorder in which breathing actually stops during sleep. Untreated, it can lead to high blood pressure, stroke, or heart failure.
I went from annoyed to afraid. His life could be at risk.
Kate sought help from the Sleep Disorders Center at T.J. Sampson Community Hospital. The Sleep Disorders Center has been diagnosing and treating sleep disorders for the people of South Central Kentucky since 2004. It turns out that Steve did in fact have sleep apnea.
But he's fine now. No more snoring.
And there was an added benefit for Kate.
He was the one with the disorder, but I'm now sleeping better too.
The Sleep Disorders Center at T.J. Sampson Community Hospital. For more information, please visit tjsamson.org.
From
From the Kentucky News Network, I'm Jaleesa Chapman. Republicans in the Senate are feeling confident about the prospect of confirming Brett Kavanaugh to the Supreme Court. Talking with reporters Thursday, Senate Majority Leader Mitch McConnell of Kentucky said there's nothing Republicans could have done that would have satisfied Democrats. He argued that Democrats were, quote, dug in from the start in, opposing Kavanaugh. A procedural vote is expected today. Kentucky's 2 U.S. senators were targeted in a doxing scandal.
27-year-old Jackson Costco allegedly used a government computer to post restricted personal information to Wikipedia. He'd been serving as an intern for Texas Democrat Representative Sheila Jackson Lee.
I strongly condemn the individual's indefensible and criminal behavior.
5 U.S. senators were doxxed, including Senator Rand Paul and Senate Majority Leader Mitch McConnell. Costco has been fired and is facing multiple charges. I'm Haley Hansen.
The parent company of a Kentucky plant says it's closing the facility sometime in the next 15 months. Ricky Ray is a temporary employee at Train Manufacturing in Lexington. He tells WKYT.
I thought I was going to be hired in as a full-time employee sooner or later, and that it was going to be a long-lasting job. You know, a job I could retire from.
The move is expected to put 600 hourly workers out of a job. Ingersoll Rand is the parent of Train. The parent company said in a news release Thursday it will consolidate operations at a Columbia, South Carolina plant. And Kentucky transportation officials say the annual fall cleanup along the state's roadways is set for next week. State Transportation Cabinet Secretary Greg Thomas is reminding motorists to slow down and use extra caution as volunteers with Adopt the Highway groups clear roadside litter. I'm Jaleesa Chapman.
This is the Kentucky News Network.
Find the next great piece for your home at Barren River Consignment, where the inventory is designed to provide something for everyone. Affordable household items from mid-century to home decor, including furniture, artwork, dinnerware, glassware, and more. Each piece is cleaned and polished to ensure the highest quality to become the perfect fit for your home. Barren River Consignment also offers estate and tag sale services. Shop for style without breaking the bank. Barren River Consignment, located on L. Rogers Wells Boulevard in Glasgow.
A bountiful harvest is proof that hard work does pay off. Ken Davis Produce is also proof that driving just another 90 seconds past Donnelly's in Glasgow is a payoff in the quality you see and taste. And folks around here can taste the difference. Ken Davis Produce is next to the Farmers Livestock Market. They have fall items now, like pumpkins in various shapes, colors, and sizes, and mums too. It's like a farmer's market that's open every day, but Sunday, of course, 8 to 5, 6 days a week. If you like things old-fashioned way, you're gonna love Ken Davis Produce, out 68 and 80, just past the Livestock Market.
Barron County doesn't belong.
South Central Kentucky Monuments has the ability to offer you exactly what you want or help steer you in the right direction based on your preferences. Let my friends David, Jerry, and Adam Jesse provide the service and craftsmanship you deserve. To learn more, visit southcentralkymonuments.com. Good morning, everybody. WCLU News Time 6:23. Right now, 70 degrees here in downtown Glasgow. In area funeral announcements at this hour, Greg Mosby, age 50, of Summershade, died Wednesday as a result of a logging accident. He was a logger. He is survived by his wife, Theda Simpson Mosby. 3 daughters, Haley York of Summershade, Latasha Mosby of Glasgow, and Gretchen Mosby of California. 1 son, Gregory Sawyer Mosby of Summershade. 1 stepdaughter, Sydney England of Summershade. 1 stepson, Sebastian Bunch of Summershade. 1 brother, Scotty Mosby of Center. 3 grandchildren, Gracie, Macy, and Sophie Bailey. Grandmother, Marie Mosby Fields. 2 uncles, Don Perkins and Ronnie Mosby, and stepfather, Larry Beard. Funeral services for Greg Mosby will be held Sunday at 2 p.m. at the Mercury Funeral Home, with burial to follow in the Summershade Cemetery. Visitation will be Saturday from 1 until 8 p.m. and on Sunday from 8 a.m. until 2 p.m. Donations may be made to the funeral fund and left at the funeral home. Christine Garrett, age 93, of Park City, died Wednesday at Hospice House of Southern Kentucky in Bowling Green. She was a clerk for Parkland Drugs and a member of the Little Bethel Baptist Church. She is survived by 2 sons, James Garrett of Glasgow and David Garrett of Park City.
One brother, Cleo Adwell of Park City. 3 grandchildren, Stephanie Rouster of Park City, Brooks Webb of Scottsville, and Emily Garrett of Park City, and 4 great-grandchildren, Chrissy and Ava Garrett, and Madeline and Palin Webb. Funeral services for Christine Garrett will be at 1 p.m. on Monday at the Patton Funeral Home Park City Chapel, with interment in the Evergreen Cemetery. Visitation will be from 2 until 8 p.m. Sunday and from 9 a.m. until 1 p.m. on Monday. Donna Jean Turner, age 72, of Tompkinsville, passed away Tuesday suddenly at her residence. As a young adult, she was baptized through the New Salem Baptist Church. Donna was a member of the Eastern Star, having been involved since 1964. Through the years, she worked from home, making sure her family was well taken care of and raising her 3 daughters. She was a loving mother, grandmother, and great-grandmother, and will be missed by many. She is survived by 3 daughters, Misty Turner Wade and husband Shane of Austin, Texas, Tammy Gent and husband Steve, and Pamela Sue Jones, all of Indianapolis. 7 grandchildren, Katrina and Jamelyn Jones, Shane Gent, Katie, Alexis, and Macy Wade. 6 great-grandchildren, 1 brother-in-law, Roger Dale Punkin Turner of the Mount Hermon community, and 1 sister-in-law, Thelma Bowles of Louisville. Funeral services for Donna Jean Turner will be Saturday at 2 p.m. at the Strode Funeral Home in Tompkinsville. Burial will follow in the Bethlehem Cemetery in Monroe County. Visitation will be held on Saturday from 11 a.m. until the time of service at 2 p.m. Bobby Dale Sexton, age 82, of the Uno community, died Thursday at his home, surrounded by his wife and daughter. He was an active member of the Fairview Church of Christ, a farmer, a former employee of Western Auto, former carpenter with Thompson Construction, and retired from the Horse Cave Housing Authority in 2001. He was a proud veteran of the United States Army, where he served in Germany from 1958 to 1960. He is survived by his loving wife of 61 years, Linnell Brody Sexton, 1 daughter, Lisa Sexton Story of Vine Grove, 3 daughters, Spencer Walters, Austin Walters, and Isaac Sexton. Those are 3 grandsons, Spencer Walters, Austin Walters, and Isaac Sexton, and 1 great-granddaughter, Jillian Walters, all of Horse Cave. 1 sister, Betty Locke of Hardyville. 1 brother, Donnie Sexton of Cave City. 2 brothers-in-law, Dan Brody of Cave City and Steve Brody of Ocala, Florida. Funeral services for Bobby Dale Sexton will be held at 1 p.m. on Saturday at the Wynn Funeral Home, with burial to follow in the Horse Cave Municipal Cemetery with full military honors. Visitation is today from 1 until 8 p.m. and from 9 a.m. until time of service on Saturday. Expressions of sympathy may take the form of contributions to Potter Children's Home or a charity of your choice. Funeral services for James Leonard Johnson, age 96, of Glasgow, will be at 11 a.m. Saturday at the First United Methodist Church, with burial in the Glasgow Municipal Cemetery. Visitation will be today at the A.F. Crow & Son Funeral Home from 4 until 8 p.m. and will continue Saturday at the church from 9 a.m. until 11 a.m. The family requests that memorial contributions be made to Hospice Barren River, the First United Methodist Church of Glasgow, or your favorite charity. Funeral services for Daniel Shane Hallshell, age 38, of Mammoth Cave, will be held at 1 p.m. today at the Cove Holly United Baptist Church, with burial to follow in the church cemetery. Expressions of sympathy may be made to the American Diabetes Association. Grayville Funeral Home is in charge of arrangements. Funeral services for Suette Kidwell Boyles, age 69, of Tompkinsville, will be held today at 2 p.m. at Strode Funeral Home in Tompkinsville, with burial to follow in the Oak Hill Cemetery in Tompkinsville. The family has requested donations be made to the UK Transplant Center. Funeral services for Jerry Douglas Bagby, age 68, of Bowling Green, will be held today at 2 p.m. at Johnson Vaughn Phelps Funeral Home, with burial to follow in the Brock A. Berry Veterans Cemetery, located within the Fairview Cemetery. Expressions of sympathy may take the form of contributions to Hospice of Southern Kentucky. Funeral services for Martha Frances Quigley, age 94, of Glasgow, will be at 11 a.m. today at the First United Methodist Church in Glasgow, with burial in the Glasgow Municipal Cemetery. Alternate expressions of sympathy may be made to the First United Methodist Church of Glasgow. A.F. Crow & Son Funeral Home is in charge of arrangements. Obituary information is available 24 hours a day online at WCLUradio.com. No login is necessary.
Barron County doesn't belong to the drug dealers and violent criminals. It belongs to us law-abiding citizens. Hi, I'm Mike Richardson, working in Barron County as an assistant county attorney and as a resident with a family to protect myself. I agree with the outcries from our citizens. Repeat drug offenders and perpetrators of violent crimes need to be held accountable. I have the proven record of pursuing the tougher sentences these habitual and violent criminals deserve. On November 6th, join me fight for Barron County's future. Vote for Mike Richardson for Barron County Attorney. Ready on day one.
Paid for by Mike Richardson for Barron County Attorney.
Why the name Fire Pit Spirits? Because your beverage of choice is meant to be enjoyed with good friends, celebrating life, happiness, or just the end of a hard week of work. And, as always, it's meant to be consumed responsibly. So, whatever you're celebrating, gather around your fire pit, because good times are made with the ones you choose to keep in your circle. Fire Pit Spirits. Best selection, best service, best friends.
The university scientists have long hypothesized, where does the magic man get his magic? The phenomenon that is the magic man is considered one of the great wonders of science. Truth be told, there is no science greater than magic. And that's why the mystery remains.
Hi, I'm Eddie Bruner, and yes, technically I am the magic man, but there's no magic to it. It's honesty, knowledge, and paying the best prices I can.
All right, it is 70 degrees here in downtown Glasgow. We're going to take a look at your local weather forecast here. Here's Ray Stajic with the latest update on local weather.
Some clouds, some fog, but showers well to the east as we move through this morning. Above the clouds and the fog, we'll have sunshine as we go through this morning into the afternoon. A shower, maybe a thunderstorm. So areas of clouds, fog this morning, otherwise partly cloudy, and a few clouds this afternoon. May have a passing shower, thunderstorm. 88 tonight, mainly clear and warm. 67. Some showers, thunderstorms are possible tomorrow afternoon. 87. And then plenty of sunshine on Sunday, upper 80s. Monday, if you have the day off for Columbus Day, some afternoon thunderstorms, middle 80s. I'm meteorologist Ray Stajic, the Weather Channel on WCLU, your home for local.
Thank you, Ray. Let's pull up that constant coverage in studio radar screen one more time as all that stuff that we could see that was east of us, it's staying that way. Let's look a little further south, Aaron, and see if there's anything around Nashville area. No, so we are in the clear thus far. We'll zoom out here in a little bit, and we'll see what it's looking like for the outlook as far as our entire region of the country. And you can see everything sort of north of us at this point, and I don't see a whole lot south. So keep your plans today as far as the weather goes. It looks like that could be a pretty nice day. It's a beautiful morning here in southern Kentucky. We'll take a look at the current conditions right now. The barometer is at 30.08. No precipitation in the last 24 hours. Winds are calm, and we do have 95% humidity, and be aware of the fog on your windshield. All right, this morning we want to give some shout-outs to the folks watching on Facebook Live, and we're going to be doing the birthdays here in just a moment. So if you're on Facebook Live, you can just leave it there in the comments, or you can call, and Aaron or myself will take those birthdays in. We do Friday, Saturday, and Sunday birthdays on Fridays while we still got the primetime audience. Want to say hello to Donita Runyon, Casey Woods, Terry Jesse gives the thumbs up. Donita says, "Good morning, friends." And Terry Pruitt says, "Good morning, wishing everyone a wonderful weekend." And Susan Nichols says, "Morning to all." Casey Woods says, "Listening from the hospital bed, got to keep up with the news." Casey, we hope you make a full recovery. Dale Copa says, "Good morning, have a great Friday. Prayers for Henry." And that's right, Dad's having a little procedure done today, so prayers are appreciated for him as I'm sitting in his chair for a few days. And Aaron, we've got some things coming up here while Dad is out that I think folks are going to enjoy.
Oh, yes, very much so.
We've got some folks who, we're going to do the archives here in a minute, but we have some folks from our history who played a big role in a lot of people's lives that are going to be coming in and filling in and doing guest host types things.
Oh, yeah.
So we're going to let them have a little fun on the air with us. But I'm talking about people like, well, Sam Terry is going to come into the studio. Then we'll give him a couple weeks off on the archives. And then we'll follow that up with people like a guy that used to be full-time here, but he is still our sports director, Joe Myers, and his sidekick, Bruce Trabue.
Oh, yeah.
Davey Greer's coming. Gail Berry's coming. Brandon Stockton's coming. We're going to have a lot of different folks.
Oh, yeah.
Even Coach Jerry Eubanks coming. And
wow.
He may have to bring the camper, but he'll still be here. He's gotten into the camping life. And we're going to kind of figure out, some of those people who have been out of the limelight for a few years are going to kind of see where they are now. And I think that'll be good for our audience to catch up. So we'll take a quick break right here, 70 degrees, 634. When we come back in 90 seconds, we'll have a look at the birthdays. WCLU.
Hey,
Glasgow Prescription Center is the culmination of my husband's professional career. When he took over GPC, he didn't want to be just good. He'd already done that. He wanted to be great. And I think his patients would agree that he's done just that. Could he get by with a smaller staff? Sure. The gift shop, the flower shop, delivery people, a brand new facility, none of those things are required to have a pharmacy, but that's why it's not just a good pharmacy, it's a great one. I'm really excited to see what Robert is going to do next because I know he's going to put his heart into it.
Who will be the future face of Pettigo Lessenberry? Through expert analysis, we've confirmed their potential. With intense training, we've prepared them for any occurrence. We've taken their strengths and made them stronger. Now it's time to see what they're made of. Presenting the future face of ISU Pettigo Lessenberry Insurance.
Hello, I'm Jared Pursley. And I'm Daniel Bird. And we're more than prepared to serve you here at ISU Pettigo Lessenberry Insurance. Growing with a proud community since 1902.
Lessenberry Do-It Center is Glasgow's only locally owned hardware store, and that means a lot to me. Lessenberry's has been in business for over 100 years. I walk in the store, they know who I am, and I get the help that I need. For me, Lessenberry's is the easiest place for me to shop, simply because it's a local family-owned business, and I feel comfortable when I'm there. And I'm glad there's still a place like that in Glasgow I can go to.
TJ Sampson, providing TLC, Total Local Care, 24/7. My husband and I were both admitted to TJ Sampson. They were...
Yes. Back that up a little bit for the next commercial break.
I will.
Just getting off the phone here. Go ahead and write this down as we start this birthday list off, okay?
All right.
And I'll get the music cranked up here.
Is this for today?
This is for Saturday.
Saturday.
Matter of fact, when you get to Saturday, I'll tell you about it.
All right, sounds good. We'll kick off the birthday list for this weekend, talking about Friday first, of course. Birthdays today include Judy Walker. Rita Gray celebrating. Wilma Landrum is 61 today.
All right.
All right, and Mr. Kerry Eaton is celebrating.
We got to gong him, don't we?
We have to, yes.
Hold on just
Big
a second.
70 gong for Kerry.
We've got a gong, 70, Kerry Eaton.
Oh, there we go.
Woo! That's a big one.
Madison Crumpton is celebrating. So is Janie Wheat. Braxton Hunshell is 17. Steve Regal is 68. And last but not least, right for the moment, is Keegan Park celebrating a birthday. Anniversaries.
All right. I got another few birthdays for you here on Facebook. So I'll add those in as we go.
All right. I'll write them down. You go ahead.
Jamie Harris is 43 years, I guess we could say, young today.
Yeah.
Let's see. Who else? We have Abby Heltsley.
All right.
Who is 35 years young today.
All right.
And Seth Raymer, spelled R-O-E-M-E-R, has a birthday today. He's 33. Casey Rogers is caught up with me. She's 34 today.
Nice.
And just you don't have to write this one down, but just a notable former Kentucky basketball player, Preston LeMasters, is having a birthday today. So, all right, what do you got for Saturday?
I didn't do the anniversary on Saturday.
Oh, yes. Let's go ahead.
We have one, and it's Jeff and Pam Harper celebrating their 9th wedding anniversary. So
excellent.
Congratulations to them. And for Saturday, we got Bobby Gross up on the birthday list. Teddy Cheney. Todd Fields is 46. Sydney Tracy. Janelle Pettigo. And Branch Burge. That was called in from her grandmother.
And we just got a call that it's Karen McEwen's birthday tomorrow.
Karen McEwen, all right.
And that was from her husband, Buck.
All right.
Also on Facebook, it tells me that Beverly Castile, C-A-S-T-E-E-L,
okay.
Beverly Hood Castile has a birthday tomorrow.
Nice.
Billy Compton has a birthday tomorrow.
All right.
Mafaz Ansar has a birthday tomorrow.
Okay.
That's M-A-F-A-Z space A-N-S-A-R. I believe we got another one here coming.
Yep.
Good morning, WCLU.
Yes, I'd like to say happy birthday to Ellen Clarkson this morning.
Ellen Clarkson?
Yes.
For today or tomorrow?
Today.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.
That's Ellen Clarkson having a birthday today.
There we go.
All right, some other notable folks who are having birthdays tomorrow. Meg Alexander and Shaylin McGuire Roan, R-O-N-E.
Okay.
Jeff Macy.
All right.
Melody Edwards Phelps.
All right.
And we had Kevin Rigsby, didn't we?
Yes.
All right. And do we have Corey Shive on there?
We did not.
Let's get Corey Shive on there.
All right.
And let's get Megan Berry on there.
All right.
And I think that'll have us caught up on... Oh, no. Wait a minute. Yeah, that's got us caught up on there.
All right. And moving over, no anniversaries on Saturday reported as of the moment. Over on Sunday for birthdays, we have Robin Irvin turning 29. Hayden Irie, our person of the day yesterday, is celebrating a birthday this Sunday. Kevin Rigsby is 52. We have Ryan Hinian and Weston Hinian, a pair of twins, on the birthday list for Sunday. And we need a gong, Wes. They are turning 30. Big 3-0 gong for a set of twins. I don't think he has his headphones on. Here, I can do that myself, actually. I think so. But either way, moving on, David Evans and Casey Evans. We have a cool set on Sunday. We have a pair of twins, Ryan and Weston Hinian, celebrating their 30th birthday. And then we have David and Casey Evans, a father and son combo, on the birthday list. Hey, Wes, I need a gong for you.
Okay.
All right, we got a set of twins on Sunday, Ryan and
Weston
that's right.
Hinian,
celebrating their 30th birthday. So,
welcome to the 30 Club. That's a light gong.
All right.
I got one for you for today.
All right.
Are you caught up with Sunday?
Yes.
Okay.
I need to do anniversaries, but go ahead.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
All right. Anniversaries on Sunday. We got Jerry and Jan Mays, Barry and Marilyn Bunch, and Bill and Terry Murray celebrating their 40th wedding anniversary. Congratulations.
Got a nice husband who called in.
Oh, yeah?
It's Greg Nichols, but he's talking about his wife's birthday today.
Today. All right.
Or did he say anniversary? No, he said anniversary.
All right. It's their anniversary today?
I don't remember. It's either Ginger Nichols' birthday or it's Greg and Ginger Nichols'
I'll
anniversary.
wait for them to call us back, maybe.
They probably will.
Yeah. All right. And then last but certainly not least, should I talk about who our person of the day today is?
Let's do it.
All right. Our person of the day today is the person celebrating their 70th birthday today as well. It's Carrie Eaton. And called in, or not called in, but submitted online by a special request. And here is what they requested. They say that he has done so much for his community, as well as his service in the military. He has over 35 years in law enforcement services, and is currently returned to the Barron County Sheriff's Office as a school resource officer for all of the Barron County elementary schools. But he's also been at the high school, because I've seen him myself. And so we'd like to thank him for his service, and this person that submitted it would like to thank him for his service, and also happy birthday to him. He is as good as gold, and he is the 5th name going in our hat.
And he's 70. That's great.
So, a lot going on for Carrie Eaton Day. And it's fall break, so he didn't have to go to school today.
All right. Well, right now, 6:42. We're going to come back and do some archives with Sam Terry here in 90 seconds. Stay tuned to Good Morning Live.
TJ Sampson, providing TLC, Total Local Care, 24/7. My husband and I were both admitted to TJ Sampson. They were so good to us, and we will always go back to TJ, your local health care provider. Total Local Care, 24/7.
Hi, I'm Sherry Phillips Jones, and I would love to represent you as your next Barron County Clerk. For the past 26 years, I have served in Barron County government, allowing me to have first-hand knowledge of county finances and policies. It has also afforded me the opportunity to work beside local, state, and federal leaders, regardless of party affiliation. On November the 6th, vote for experience that counts for Barron County.
Hi, I'm Fred Parrish here at Parrish Carpet in Glasgow, Kentucky. My parents started this business over 50 years ago, so we know flooring here at Parrish Carpet. We have a large showroom and a big selection in stock. We do custom binding and we do free estimates. We've served a lot of people in the 50-plus years, and we'd like to thank each and every one of you. So if you have a flooring need, come see us at Parrish Carpet.
365 days a year. Wheaties Complete Car Care on Rogers Road in Glasgow. 46 years and counting.
All right. We got to update the list, Aaron. What else you got new?
Let's see. We have Lewis Hagen up on the birthday list for today, and BR and Kathleen Tate are celebrating a anniversary for today.
Awesome.
So that's all I have right now.
Started out with nothing. Now we got a whole bunch of birthdays.
Yeah. And remember, you can keep adding to these lists, 270-651-9149. Even throughout the archives, I'll be picking up the phones.
Even if we don't remember what you said.
Yeah, exactly. Call us back. As well as submit them online, WCLUradio.com.
That's right. All right, coming up, we've got the archives in 30 seconds. But first, a word from our sponsors of the archives, Joseph A. Wade, because history is made by the hard work that stands the test of time. Sam Terry will join me next. 15,000 inventory items, custom brake hoses while you wait, cylinder repair. Is there anything Joseph A. Wade can't do? Well, one thing's for sure, Joseph A. Wade Incorporated serves a large community of people who believe there's no job they can't do, and that's the same attitude Joseph A. Wade has in their line of work. So for the smallest screws, Allen wrenches, or drill bits, or even a 5-stage hydraulic cylinder measuring 25 feet in length, Joseph A. Wade's motto? No problem. Joseph A. Wade Incorporated, 311 Industrial Drive, Glasgow. Time for the archives here on WCLU, and I'm joined with the one and only Mr. Sam Terry. How are you, Sam?
Doing great, Wes. It's been a nice week for fall break, but it's also a good time to step back into history and see what was going on.
And we got a lot going on. We got a lot going on today in the archives as we wrap up another, what I think's been a pretty good week. I'm speaking for myself, but we find some room. There we go. All right, Sam. Aaron, if you'll put me on the camera there, and if you'll put Sam up there on the top left, we'll be good to go. We'll start out with this day in 1918, around from going back 100 years, and we have an advertisement that says, "Give vent to your patriotism. Spur it on with our national airs and songs played and sung on the Victrola. Famous bands, noted orchestras, and the world's greatest singers make patriotic records exclusively for Victrola." That's Victors and Victrolas, $10 to $400 for the fancy ones. Let us demonstrate and explain our easy terms of payment. That's Miss L.R. Richardson from the Glasgow Times office in an advertisement, as you can see there, that was in the Glasgow Times on this day in 1918.
Well, and that was Miss Lily Rogers Richardson, and her father was James M. Richardson, who owned the Glasgow Times newspaper at that point in history, and they lived over in the Spotswood house at that moment. But just imagine what a great thing it was. The first time in history you could have something in your home that played a recording of music, and of course those recordings were simply one single song per album, and it was a time-consuming but a really exciting thing to play music on your Victrola in your home. So I bet a lot of people took advantage of that.
I think that's where a lot of it got started, Sam. And now today it's Alexa. We come a long way, but man, that was a well-written advertisement by Miss Rogers for sure. It makes me want one, just to be honest with you, just to look nice in your home. But nonetheless, we'll skip ahead another decade here, Sam, where it was on this day in 1928 where Miss Nettie Toll resigned her position with the Jolly store. Miss Nettie Toll. So she would
Jolly's, of course, was a clothing store, and at that point in its history, it was located over on the south side of the square in the corner building, and then later moved over to the north side of the square in another decade or so. But quite the place.
Well, sad to see her resign, but I'm sure that somebody else kept it going. We'll move ahead to 1938. And this headline reads, "From Elbow Springs." Sam, the first thing you got to teach me today is, where is Elbow Springs?
I would have to pull out an old map to come up with a very precise description of that.
Well, it would have to be where a couple of different springs meet and form an elbow or something of that nature, you would think. but I'm not sure. But nonetheless, we'll look into that. But Miss Audrey Slaughter and Mr. Wesley Gross on this day in 1938 surprised many of their friends when they slipped off and got married. Audrey's the daughter of Mrs. J.A. Slaughter, and Wesley's the son of Mr. and Mrs. Bill Gross of Keno, and their friends wish them a long and happy married life. So that's what we have from Elbow Springs in 1938. 1948 from Fountain Run. And somebody's calling, so we're probably going to hear from Aaron in a moment where Elbow Springs is. But this is from Fountain Run, and I know where that is, and this is in 1948. It says here, "For years we've wanted Fountain Run to have a flag, and now a 40-foot flagpole with gold ball and chain topped by Old Glory is to be put up this week. It was purchased by the Woman's Club out of the War Memorial Fund and is being placed by the War Memorial Monument." And it notes here that they hope it will be seen from every home so that every person may look out his window and see the stars and stripes flying in the breeze and know of a surety that ours is a land of the free and the brave, and at the same time realize what a great sacrifice was made for this freedom. Very nice article there. That's
great community project.
It is. That's a pretty tight-knit community over there in Fountain Run. I do know that. And fine folks. Got to say a lot of good things.
They are indeed.
I don't have anything bad to say about Fountain Run, I tell you what. And they put on a great barbecue festival every year, too. Now, we have very notable figures in our history coming up in the archives in 1958 on this day. Sam, we have Judge and Mrs. Louis B. Nunn and children Jenny Lou and Steve moving back to their home at South Green Street. The Nuns have been residing at the former Baptist Church parsonage while their house, which was gutted by fire in May, was remodeled. So the church family letting the Judge have a place to stay while he gets his house fixed.
I'm sure they were glad to get back in their home, and of course that's the what many of us would recall as the Garst home next door to Lear B. Mitchell Clubhouse. Was the Nunn family home during those years, and I'm sure they were happy to be back in those confines.
That's a name that will always come up in our history there. Louis B. Nunn and Miss Beulah and all of them. Now, this day in 1968, Barron County High School is one step closer to choosing a site for the new school. About 60 acres of land between 31 East South and Highway 249 owned by Harry Norris. I think they probably picked up that plot of land, don't you think?
They just keep building on that land.
I know.
Quite the campus out there now.
Yeah, it's really good. It's a good location, really, when you think about it. I mean, East Barron County, no, it's not a great location. But you got coming in from Temple Hill. You got coming in from Nobob. You got them coming in from Haywood and Austin. And it's pretty, it's a pretty central location if you think about it. But for the folks across town, it does make it a little bit more difficult. But nonetheless, they do, and they have a beautiful campus there. I was honored to be able to take a tour of that new, private tour with the Bo Matthews of that new facility they got out there, Sam. I'm telling you what, it's something else. It's amazing.
It's one of the most impressive things in our entire region.
It really is.
An outstanding facility.
Well, moving on to 1978, Gamelia baseball coach Sonny Oliphant remains in stable condition in ICU of Bowling Green Warren County Hospital after receiving injuries in an automobile accident on September 10th. Do you know anything about the Gamelia baseball coach Sonny Oliphant?
I know Sonny Oliphant and his lovely sister Romanza Johnson of Bowling Green, and they are Scottsville natives.
Okay.
Great folks, a very community-spirited family, all the way around.
Glad to hear that he came out of the wreck in good, stable condition. 1988, the Glasgow Scotty Band won grand champion at the Laurel County Marching Band Contest, plus first place in their class. This day 30 years ago in 1988. Just about the time I was moving to Glasgow and getting to see the band out there on the field, Scotty Field, and getting to go to football practice with my Uncle Sam every day because we lived right there on Sandwood right beside it. So a lot of good memories from that time for me. This day in 1998, Sam, we have the former Farmers RECC manager, Mr. J.B. Galloway, passed away at the age of 83 this day, 20 years ago. J.B. Galloway.
Another great community servant who who contributed so much to our whole area. Mr. Galloway was involved in so many different things and really has a legacy here that's continuing today.
And I'm glad that the archives included that for Mr. Galloway to be noted here on this day in history here in the archives. Special thanks to the folks at the South Central Kentucky Cultural Center and Ray Green and Gail Berry and all the folks who put the archives together. We certainly appreciate being able to look back into history in sort of a snackable sort of way and sort of take a snapshot through the decades. It's a wonderful program, Sam, and I'm glad that you're a part of it now to add to it your expertise. So
glad to help out.
We will finish the archives today with this day in 2008, where Skylar DeGroff of Barron County, a 4-H senior, won Showmanship Division III Grand Champion at the Kentucky State Fair. So he must have had some nice livestock of some sort, horses or cows or something, for Skylar DeGroff in 2008. Made him a winner. Agriculture has always been huge here in Barron County.
Well, I believe the DeGroffs are actually dairy folks, so
okay.
Skylar would have been showing cows at the state fair, and I believe that family is still involved in those activities and continuing to collect those honors.
I have a lot of friends who do that sort of thing as well. It is a family thing, and it's it's neat what different families do to stay together and have something to do and actually be a family. I love it. Sam, the archives are brought to you by Joseph A. Wade Industrial Hardware Services on Industrial Drive in Glasgow, because history is made by the hard work that stands the test of time. Sam, you'll join me live in the studios on Monday, and I'm looking forward to it. We're going to have some fun here. And it
will be an adventure.
I can't wait to have you in, Sam. All right, so that'll be your first. That'll be your first guest host, Sam Terry. That's right, Sam Terry will be your first guest host as Dad is recovering from his surgery for a week or two. So, not sure exactly how long, but we don't think it's going to be too long. We think he'll be right back here in this chair and talking to Southern Kentucky folks like you're used to. But in the meantime, it's Wes and Aaron here on WCLU. When we come back, we'll have a check of local weather, and we have trivia coming up, too. So stay tuned here on Good Morning Live.
Growth begins with an idea. At the People's Bank, that idea is to give you the banking service you deserve. We carry out that idea in everything we do. In fact, it's become our motto, working for you. As that idea continues to grow, let us work for you at our new location, 1300 West Main Street, opening this summer. Let us be the place where your ideas begin, where you get the banking you deserve. Come grow with us. The People's Bank, working for you.
Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Find the next great piece for your home at Barren River Consignment, where the inventory is designed to provide something for everyone. Affordable household items from mid-century to home decor, including furniture, artwork, dinnerware, glassware, and more. Each piece is cleaned and polished to ensure the highest quality to become the perfect fit for your home. Barren River Consignment also offers estate and tag sale services. Shop for style without breaking the bank. Barren River Consignment, located on L. Rogers Wells Boulevard in Glasgow.
A bountiful harvest is proof that hard work does pay off. Ken Davis Produce is also proof that driving just another 90 seconds past Donnelly's in Glasgow is a payoff in the quality you see and taste. And folks around here can taste the difference. Ken Davis Produce is next to the Farmer's Livestock Market. They have fall items now, like pumpkins in various shapes, colors, and sizes, and mums too. It's like a farmer's market that's open every day, but Sunday, of course, 8 to 5, 6 days a week. If you like things old-fashioned way, you're going to love Ken Davis Produce, out 68 and 80, just past the Livestock Market.
Barron County doesn't belong to the drug dealers and violent criminals. It belongs to its law-abiding citizens. Hi, I'm Mike Richardson, working in Barron County as an assistant county attorney and as a resident with a family to protect myself. I agree with the outcries from our citizens. Repeat drug offenders and perpetrators of violent crimes need to be held accountable. I have the proven record of pursuing the tougher sentences these habitual and violent criminals deserve.
On November 6th, join me fight for Barron County's future. Vote for Mike Richardson for Barron County Attorney. Ready on day one.
Paid for by Mike Richardson for Barron County Attorney.
Person you ought to be. Is it because you just feel empty? Maybe you're physically tired. Maybe you're stressed out. Maybe you're discouraged due to something that somebody else has said. Well, our obligation to pray, our obligation to come before God in worship, does not change simply because we don't feel like it. Our approach to God is not tied to how we feel. In fact, it's the weak and the heavy laden, the burdened, who so desperately need to come before Jesus Christ. Do you feel just empty? That's the very time to come. This has been Bart Warren for the South Green Street Church of Christ.
Thank you, Bart. Right now, 6:59, 70 degrees in downtown Glasgow. We're going to take a look at your weather forecast here in just a moment. The weather forecast is brought to you by South Central Bank.
South Central Bank is a locally owned bank that cares about you and our community, too.
My name's Roger Mercer. My wife and I, Terry, own Southern Kentucky Collision here in Glasgow. It's a collision repair center. We've been dealing with South Central Bank for probably 23, 24 years. They've always been good to us. They're a hometown bank. South Central Bank has been a really big part of our business as far as the growth. They've been there for us when we needed to borrow money to grow, and we appreciate that very much from South Central Bank.
South Central Bank, small enough to know you, big enough to help. Member FDIC.
All right, let's thank South Central Bank for that, sponsoring our weather here on WCLU this morning. Wrong music bed. A 30% chance of showers and thunderstorms mainly this afternoon between 2 and 5 p.m. today. Mostly sunny otherwise, and a high almost 90 today, 88 degrees. Calm winds 5 to 7 miles an hour southwest. Mostly clear tonight, a low around 68. And tomorrow we'll have a slight chance of showers in the morning, then a slight chance of thunderstorms between 1 and 4 in the afternoon. Otherwise, mostly sunny with a high of 87. That's just a 20% chance of rain. Mostly clear with a low around 67. Saturday night, Sunday, a 20% chance of showers and thunderstorms. Afternoon, mostly sunny and a high near 87. So here's what we have. We have chance of rain, and we have mostly just hot. It's really, really hot. It's October, folks. We're still inching up close to 90 degrees. We'll take a look at the current conditions here. And it looks like we have 95% humidity. Winds are calm right now, but as I said earlier, going to get up to about 6 miles an hour today. Visibility is right at a mile this morning, and the dew point was 65 Fahrenheit, and the barometer's at 30.08. Now taking a look at the constant coverage in studio radar screen, we're clear. We're absolutely clear, so I like that. Now, if you zoom in some, you may see a patch here and there. That's why they call it scattered. But otherwise, we are good. We'll take a quick break. It's 7:01, and when we come back, we'll be close to time for trivia.
Why the name Fire Pit Spirits? Because your beverage of choice is meant to be enjoyed with good friends, celebrating life, happiness, or just the end of a hard week of work. And, as always, it's meant to be consumed responsibly. So, whatever you're celebrating, gather round your fire pit, because good times are made with the ones you choose to keep in your circle. Fire Pit Spirits. Best selection, best service, best friends.
The university scientists have long hypothesized, where does the magic man get his magic? The phenomenon that is the magic man is considered one of the great wonders of science. Truth be told, there is no science greater than magic. And that's why the mystery remains.
Hi, I'm Eddie Bruner, and yes, technically I am the magic man, but there's no magic to it. It's honesty, knowledge, and paying the best prices I can pay.
Glasgow Prescription Center is the culmination of my husband's professional career. When he took over GPC, he didn't want to be just good. He'd already done that. He wanted to be great. And I think his patients would agree that he's done just that. Could he get by with a smaller staff? Sure. The gift shop, the flower shop, delivery people, a brand new facility, none of those things are required to have a pharmacy, but that's why it's not just a good pharmacy, it's a great one. I'm really excited to see what Robert is going to do next because I know he's going to put his heart into it.
Who will be the future face of Pettigo Lessenberry? Through expert analysis, we've confirmed their potential. With intense training, we've prepared them for any occurrence. We've taken their strengths and made them stronger. Now it's time to see what they're made of. Presenting the future face of ISU Pettigo Lessenberry Insurance.
Hello, I'm Jared Pursley. And I'm Daniel Bird. And we're more than prepared to serve you here at ISU Pettigo Lessenberry Insurance, growing with a proud community since 1902.
Well, before we get to trivia, Aaron, we've got to get caught up on a few things. Get your pen ready. I got a few more birthdays to tell you about.
All right.
Kathy Regal is watching this morning from Perdido Key.
That's right there by Orange Beach.
She is watching from the beach and puts a heart up. And then she also added that Steve Regal has a birthday today.
All right.
So happy birthday to Steve Regal, and a shout out to Kathy Regal sitting on the beautiful beaches of Perdido Key.
Right there.
Eddie Shirley's watching on Facebook as well. And Ann Steenbergen writes that we have the 61st anniversary for BR and Kathleen Tade.
Yeah.
Today. We have that already?
We didn't have that it was the 61st, but we did have BR and Kath.
That's right. Rex Harlow writes in, good morning, everybody. Peggy Tuck Edwards is saying good morning. Lana Hatcher's watching. And Emily Gilson Knight is watching before I guess she heads off to practice dentistry today in Tompkinsville.
Yeah.
So, having said that, we are going to get everything going here, and when we come back, it'll be time to play Friday Local Trivia. Need to get your thinking cap on and realize it's not really a trick question. Trivia coming up here on WCLU.
Congratulations. Are you excited about the new job?
Yes, but I don't know what to do with my 401k.
That's a big decision. As a Modern Woodman financial representative, I can explain your options and help you to make the best choice. I'm Anthony Mike. Call me today at 427-6807.
Get to know your local Modern Woodman representative to plan for your financial future and learn about valuable member benefits. Modern Woodman of America. Touching lives, securing futures. Securities offered through MWA Financial Services, Inc., a wholly owned subsidiary of Modern Woodman of America.
Seasons do change, and so does Ken Davis Produce. They are ready to help you complete your fall decorating with a great selection of garden mums right now. And can you believe this price? Ken Davis garden mums are just $6.95 each, or 2 for $12. Be among the first to get yours while colors and selection are at their peak. Another sign of fall is the arrival of Michigan apples, Bartlett pears, and Stanley prune plums. Can't you just taste them? Be sure to browse our shelves full of signature jams, jellies, and relishes, honey, sorghum, and yes, old-fashioned candy. Remember, Ken Davis Produce accepts SNAP credit and debit cards, and located on 6880 just past Wright Implement and next to the Farmers Livestock Market in Glasgow. Remember, we're open 8 till 5 Monday through Saturday, so come see us at Ken Davis Produce.
All right, we're back here on WCLU 706. Well, now 707. 70 degrees. We are heading into trivia right now. I am filling airspace while Wes gets back to the microphone. How's it going, Wes?
I'm back. Hey, before we get busy, let's talk about that birthday we just had for Angie Rush.
Yes, Miss Angie Rush.
Okay.
I'm on the birthday list for this Friday.
All right, and then we had somebody making sure that we had Bill and Terry Murray's 40th anniversary on Saturday.
Yes.
That is Saturday, correct?
Yes, it is.
Then we had to hang up on them because it's trivia time. So having said that, get your thinking cap ready. Phone lines are clear and open. 270-651-9149 if you can tell me the answer to this Friday local trivia question. And go ahead and read that for me, Aaron.
All right. In 1888, what was the ironic nickname of the Kentucky State Treasurer who later would embezzle $247,000 and fled the state and was never found for his crimes?
Wow. So that was what year?
1888.
Okay, 270-651-9149 in 1888. Who was what is the ironic nickname of the Kentucky State Treasurer who embezzled almost $250,000 and fled the state? Local trivia here on Friday for a chance to win the Phillips IGA bucket, if you will, the family pack. We'll go to the phone lines now. Good morning, trivia.
Honest Dick.
Should we give it to him, Aaron?
I don't know. There is a last name.
There's a last name. Call us back.
Give us that last name.
270-651-9149. What is the ironic nickname of the Kentucky State Treasurer who embezzled $247,000 and fled the state? Do you know? Good morning, trivia.
Mason Brown.
That is not correct. Trivia.
Swindle?
Not correct. Now, if y'all pay attention here, we had half the answer already.
Oh, yeah.
Trivia.
Honest Dick Tate.
There you go.
There you go. Who am I speaking with?
Terry Jackson.
Terry Jackson. It's a new month for you, isn't it?
It sure is.
There's a picture of the Honest Dick Tate. Well, he wasn't very honest. I mean, let's just be honest about it.
Yeah.
He was not honest. He was a thief. And Aaron says he was never found. So, learning some more history. Terry Jackson, you doing all right this morning?
Doing great.
Did you have to look that up? Did that come out of the old gray matter up there?
I had to look that one up.
That's all right. That's all right. Well, hey, in 30 seconds, we are going to do a drawing. And so, if we draw the name Friday out of there, you're going to win the Phillips IGA Family Pack.
Well, that sounds good.
All right, so keep listening.
Okay.
We'll tell you about that here in 30 seconds. Aaron, if you'll cut to the roof cam, we'll thank our sponsors of trivia, which is the Butcher Shop at downtown Highsville's Phillips IGA Market. Back in 30 seconds. Thank you, Terry. Have a good day.
You too, bye.
I can think of plenty of reasons to shop at your local Phillips IGA. Fresh meats and quality products, fair prices, and friendly service. I'm store manager Trevor Phillips, inviting you to stop in and shop our 5-star store rated by IGA. Visit us on Main Street in Highsville and online at phillipsiga.com to view our full sales ad, and make sure to like us on Facebook. Phillips Family IGA, where family, friends, and food have been coming together since 1960.
Okay, Aaron's in the studio. All right, he's got the Phillips IGA drawing for today. He's going to stir it up, and I'm going to close my eyes and pick one.
All right.
You got it stirred up?
Yep, all stirred up.
These are your 5 trivia winners from this week. So if we have a stump, it actually makes it's a 25% chance of winning. All right, Joanna Harvey won. How about that? I saw her at lunch yesterday. That's Wednesday's trivia winner. Joanna Harvey is going to win the Phillips IGA Family Pack. How about that? Good stuff right there, Aaron. While we have our drawing fingers on,
all right,
let's go ahead and get the Little Taste of Texas hat out. Reminding everybody, we are patting on the back today Kerry Eaton. If you see Kerry Eaton around town, pat him on the back, tell him he's good as gold for his friends at WCLU and a Little Taste of Texas, where good friends meet for great food and home for the best steaks in town. And it's where somebody's going to win a free meal right now. These are all of our good as gold honorees from this week. I am drawing, and let's see who I've got for Little Taste of Texas. Well, it was Wednesday's winner as well. The Wednesdays are doing good. Valerie Rogers wins the Little Taste of Texas Good as Gold dinner giveaway for today. Aaron, if you'll put those on the winners list for me. Sorry to Terry Jackson. I think I got his hopes up there for a minute. All right, we've got live and local morning news up next.
Hello, this is Gary Tillman, and I'm running for Barron County Judge Executive. Have you ever stopped to think how blessed we are to live here? Barron County borders a national park, has a state park with a major reservoir, and few counties can say that. It is time we move forward and begin to grow again. I don't have all the answers, but I do have all the desire, and no one will work harder for you than I will. We need leadership, and we need it now. I appreciate your support and your vote in November.
Paid for by committee to elect Gary Tillman. Melanie Watson, Treasurer.
CBS News Update. In a few hours from now, the Senate is scheduled to vote on moving Brett Kavanaugh's Supreme Court nomination forward. President Trump predicting victory at a rally in Minnesota.
Judge Kavanaugh will protect, uphold, and defend the Constitution of the United States as written.
While Republicans hailed the findings in a new FBI report on allegations of sex assault against Kavanaugh, Democrat Dianne Feinstein isn't convinced.
It looks to be a product of an incomplete investigation that was limited, perhaps by the White House. I don't know.
CBS's Laura Podesta says a Supreme Court alumnus is weighing in.
Retired Justice John Paul Stevens, who has previously praised Kavanaugh, told a Florida audience that he cannot support the nominee after last week's hearing, saying the political bias Kavanaugh showed creates too many problems.
Justice Stevens, now 98 years old. CBS News Update. I'm
The Royce Radio Family. WCLU 1490 Glasgow. WCLU FM 102.3 Munfordville, Glasgow. And W276DO 103.1 Glasgow.
Well, folks, I got to tell you, my two young bucks have come a long way these last few years.
Well, Bill, we had some good training. Pettigo Lessenberry has a wealth of knowledge, and we're lucky to have a company like that backing us.
Jared, don't you mean ISU, Pettigo Lessenberry? ISU, Integrity, Strength, Unity.
I tried to tell him, boss man.
We're just giving you a hard time, Jared. These young bucks, Jared Pursley and Daniel Bird, we're just so proud to have them. You know, the most important thing they've learned is that they want to be able to treat people right, and they work hard to find their customers the coverage they need.
We're ISU, Pettigo Lessenberry, growing with a proud community since 1902.
And still learning every day. Give one of these young bucks a call, Jared or Daniel, 651-8837. They'd be proud if you do, and so would I.
All right, Jared. It's ISU, Integrity, Strength, Unity. All right, I got it.
You know you can depend on WCLU for local news on the air, online, on demand at WCLUradio.com.
Good morning, everybody. 7:14, 70 degrees in downtown Glasgow. For WCLU Local News, I am Wes Royce reporting. The regular City Council meeting for Monday night has been canceled due to a lack of business for the agenda. The next council meeting will be the regular scheduled meeting of Monday, October the 22nd at 7 p.m. Governor Matt Bevin will join representatives for the Jobs for American Graduates Incorporated, that's the JAG Kentucky program, today to present the organization with the 5 of 5 award. The award recognizes the Kentucky JAG program for surpassing performance outcome metrics for high school program participants in 5 key areas, including graduation rate and full-time job placements. JAG representatives will also discuss the future of the program in the Commonwealth, including the over $1 million currently invested in Kentucky schools to ensure student success. Kentucky State Police Trooper Martin Wesley is investigating a 2-vehicle collision that occurred on October the 3rd, approximately 12:22 in the afternoon, 5 miles east of Russell Springs on Kentucky 910. Preliminary investigations indicate that Odelia Jones, age 88, of Russell Springs, was operating a 1997 Town Car Lincoln westbound on Kentucky 910 when she crossed the center line, striking an 03 Ford Expedition head-on. The driver, 29-year-old Felicia Hill of Russell Springs, along with a passenger in her vehicle, 2-year-old Adrian Hill of Russell Springs, were airlifted to the UK hospital. Jones was pronounced deceased at the scene by the Russell County coroner. Jones and Hill were wearing a seatbelt. Adrian Hill was not unrestrained. Trooper Wesley was assisted at the scene by KSP Commercial Vehicle Enforcement, Russell County Sheriff's Department, Russell County EMS, and the Eli and Russell Springs Fire Department. A Fort Knox, Kentucky soldier pled guilty today before U.S. District Court Judge Rebecca Grady Jennings to 5 counts of production of child pornography by a parent, 10 counts of transportation of child pornography, and 1 count of possession of child pornography, announced U.S. Attorney Russell Coleman. Andrew Paul Schmidt, age 40, was arrested on the federal criminal complaint back in 2017. According to the criminal complaint, he utilized the KIK Messenger to communicate with an individual online, which, unbeknownst to Schmidt, was an undercover FBI agent. During the course of the online conversation, Schmidt sent the undercover agent images of his 5-year-old daughter. Schmidt faces mandatory minimum sentence of 15 years in prison and could be sentenced up to 370 years in prison. Further, Schmidt faces a minimum term of 5 years, supervised release, up to a maximum term of supervised release for life, and a $4 million fine. Sentencing is scheduled for January 17th of 2019 at 10 a.m. in Louisville before Judge Jennings. More local news when we continue here on WCLU.
Berry Do-It Center is Glasgow's only locally owned hardware store, and that means a lot to me. Lessenberry's has been in business for over 100 years. I walk in the store, they know who I am, and I get the help that I need. For me, Lessenberry's is the easiest place for me to shop, simply because it's a local, family-owned business, and I feel comfortable when I'm there. And I'm glad there's still a place like that in Glasgow I can go to.
TJ Sampson, providing TLC, Total Local Care, 24/7. My husband and I were both admitted to TJ Sampson. They were so good to us, and we will always go back to TJ, your local health care provider. Total Local Care, 24/7.
Hi, I'm Sherry Phillips Jones, and I would love to represent you as your next Barron County Clerk. For the past 26 years, I have served in Barron County government, allowing me to have first-hand knowledge of county finances and policies. It has also afforded me the opportunity to work beside local, state, and federal leaders, regardless of party affiliation. On November the 6th, vote for experience that counts for Barron County.
In more local news at this hour, United States Representative Hal Rogers of the 5th District in Kentucky and U.S. Senate Majority Leader Mitch McConnell and Governor Matt Bevin announced yesterday a $1.1 million abandoned mine land grant to renovate and revitalize Stearns, Kentucky, and construct railroad-related repairs and improvements to the Big South Fork Scenic Railway. The project will improve the town's historic district that will include construction of a restaurant and a theater. Historic Stearns Coal and Lumber Company stores will be rehabbed and repurposed into museums and a visitor center, and the former company headquarters will be converted into a bed and breakfast. The railway improvements will include tie and trace replacement, drainage improvements, steam engine and diesel engine locomotive repairs, as well as other repairs on the Yamacraw Bridge. In addition to that grant, the Heritage Foundation has received a $2 million U.S. Economic Development Administration grant with support from Senator McConnell and Rogers. The U.S. Department of Agriculture, Rural Development has also awarded a $100,000 for a rural business enterprise grant. October is a time for football, colorful leaves, and flannel, but for the Kentucky Transportation Cabinet, October the 8th through the 14th is also time for the Commonwealth's Adopt-A-Highway groups to participate in the Fall Sweep to clear roadside litter. Each year, the Kentucky Transportation Cabinet employees and contractors spend 200,000 hours removing 96,000 bags of highway litter to assist those efforts. In 1988, the Cabinet also established the Adopt-A-Highway program to reduce roadside litter. Today, Kentucky's Adopt-A-Highway program has nearly 700 groups and volunteers, and they've removed thousands of bags of litter from about 1,400 miles of roadside. Any permanently established business, group, or organization is encouraged to support the Adopt-A-Highway program and help keep Kentucky's highways clean. For WCLU Local News, I'm Wes Royce reporting. Up next, news from around the Commonwealth, KNN News.
From the Kentucky News Network, I'm Jaleesa Chapman. Republicans say it's time to vote on the confirmation of Brett Kavanaugh to the Supreme Court. Opening the Senate Thursday, Majority Leader Mitch McConnell said the FBI's investigation of sexual assault allegations against Kavanaugh uncovered nothing of substance. The results of the brief FBI probe were sent to the Senate early Thursday. Kentucky's 2 U.S. senators were targeted in a recent doxing scandal. 27-year-old Jackson Costco allegedly used a government computer to post restricted personal information to Wikipedia. He had been serving as an intern for Texas Democrat Representative Sheila Jackson Lee.
The intern was terminated upon hearing of the information, and we know that he is now facing charges.
5 U.S. senators were doxxed, including Senate Majority Leader Mitch McConnell and Senator Rand Paul. The Lexington-Fayette County Health Department says it's seen its worst month in Kentucky's hepatitis A outbreak.
The health department says it's now recommending hepatitis A vaccines for everyone in the community after it recorded 13 cases in September. The county has had 24 cases overall during the outbreak. Kevin Hall with the Fayette County Health Department tells WKYT,
vaccinate yourself, vaccinate your family, and wash your hands. It's not just running it through soap and water. You want 20 seconds with soap and water on your hands.
14 people in Kentucky have died as a result of the state's hepatitis outbreak. I'm Suzanne Duval.
The 15th ranked Wildcats will try to remain unbeaten when they face Texas A&M in College Station tomorrow. UK is 5-0 after beating South Carolina at Commonwealth Stadium last weekend. Head coach Mark Stoops compliments Texas A&M's explosive offense.
He has a lot of offense he could do. He could be very multiple and go a lot of different directions.
Kentucky is nearly a touchdown underdog to the Aggies. I'm Jaleesa Chapman.
This is the Kentucky News Network.
I was 17 when I found.
I'm Fred Parrish here at Parrish Carpet in Glasgow, Kentucky. My parents started this business over 50 years ago, so we know flooring here at Parrish Carpet. We have a large showroom and a big selection in stock. We do custom binding and we do free estimates. We've served a lot of people in the 50-plus years, and we'd like to thank each and every one of you.
So if you have a flooring need, come see us at Parish Carpet.
Growth begins with an idea. At the People's Bank, that idea is to give you the banking service you deserve. We carry out that idea in everything we do. In fact, it's become our motto, working for you. As that idea continues to grow, let us work for you at our new location, 1300 West Main Street, opening this summer. Let us be the place where your ideas begin, where you get the banking you deserve. Come grow with us. The People's Bank, working for you.
Member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Well, the college football weekend in and around the Commonwealth kicks off tonight in Louisville. That at Cardinal Stadium is a struggling Louisville Cardinal football team welcomes in an also struggling Georgia Tech team. Both teams still looking for their first ACC win. Louisville coach Bobby Petrino, though, says despite the team's woes, they won't stop working to improve.
Work on everything. And, you know, our staff has got a good attitude, and they got good work ethic, getting after it. So we're going to keep working, we're going to keep improving, and keep being positive and find ways to win.
Ranked and undefeated, number 13 Kentucky visits Texas A&M tomorrow with a chance to begin the season at 6-0. The first time that could happen for the program since the 1950 team won its first 10 games. Meanwhile, Western Kentucky is off this week before heading to Charlotte next week. And two college basketball programs from inside the Commonwealth being mentioned in an NCAA corruption trial. The father of former five-star recruit Brian Bowen is coming clean. That about the alleged corruption in the sport. Brian Bowen Sr. took the stand yesterday and testified at the Manhattan Federal Courthouse. Bowen Sr. says sports agent Christian Dawkins facilitated a $100,000 offer from Adidas for his son to commit to the University of Louisville. Meanwhile, former Kentucky forward Bam Adebayo also being named in the trial during day 2. Financial advisor Munish Sood says he met with Stephen Pena about paying Adebayo and other Kentucky players in hopes of landing them as potential clients. Adebayo was selected 14th overall by the Miami Heat in the 2017 draft. Major League Baseball's postseason rolling on with some high drama yesterday.
0-2. Swing a line drive, base hit right field. Mike Moustakas on a 2-strike pitch. Lines a single to right, and the Brewers have taken Game 1 in the division series.
The Brewers take a 1-0 lead in that National League Divisional Series. Meanwhile, out west, the Braves fall to the Dodgers 6-0. The Dodgers up 1-0 in that series. I'm Scott Fitzgerald.
This is the Kentucky News Network.
Hello, I'm
Find the next great piece for your home at Barren River Consignment, where the inventory is designed to provide something for everyone. Affordable household items from mid-century to home decor, including furniture, artwork, dinnerware, glassware, and more. Each piece is cleaned and polished to ensure the highest quality to become the perfect fit for your home. Barren River Consignment also offers estate and tag sale services. Shop for style without breaking the bank. Barren River Consignment, located on L. Rogers Wells Boulevard in Glasgow.
All right, Aaron, so we just heard from K&N Sports.
Oh, yes.
We just heard that the Kentucky Wildcats have a chance to be 6-0.
Oh, yeah.
And do you think we have a chance Saturday?
I completely do. I mean, we're 6-point underdogs, by the way, for those that didn't know. They said nearly a touchdown.
Yes.
6 points, so that is a touchdown.
You would expect that going to a place like College Station, home for the 12th man.
So there are a lot of things. There's a lot of impacts here. Mm-hmm. One, you got a young secondary defense out of A&M.
Right.
You have young quarterback play out of A&M, and you got a running quarterback, though. And so our offense is very similar to their offense.
Right.
But their line is a lot younger than our line.
Of course, we are injured there at left tackle, and it'll be interesting to see who they rotate in there at that spot because, and I've said this since, I guess, Monday, that Terry Wilson's going to have to learn to get the ball out of his hands really quick because there's going to be a lot of opportunities for C.J. Conrad to hit some short screens where they could get some penetration on the left side of that line. The defense could.
Exactly.
They got plenty of size, they got plenty of depth, and they got plenty of home cooking down there in Texas A&M.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah. So it's also projected to rain. I don't see this being a huge, a good crowd, always a good crowd at A&M, but I don't see it being as big as it's been, as big as it could be. You know, with
that's true.
Down there in College Station.
You know, the Cats went into Gainesville, into the swamp, and won.
That's true.
Florida is proving to be a pretty upper echelon SEC team this year, and it's also showing how good we were earlier in the season to win that game. And so I think I think that 6-point underdog is very good. But if we can take over the turnover battle, which which we have been pretty good at in years past.
Oh, yeah.
Texas A&M is not very good at it. They have made some games close that weren't supposed to be close due to turnovers.
Yeah. And, well, so far what we've seen is we've seen on out of our defense with Josh Allen, we've seen him attack both types of quarterbacks. You had Fitzgerald. Is it Fitzpatrick? What is it? Fitzpatrick or Fitzgerald? I can't remember.
Fitzpatrick.
Out of Mississippi State, who was a very running quarterback, and he absolutely demolished him. And then you had Bentley, who's more of a pocket quarterback, and he couldn't stand him. And so, I mean, he can attack both types of quarterbacks, and so I think he's going to have a lot of pressure against this Mond out of A&M. And
credit Kentucky Sports Radio for this information. He's the highest graded defensive lineman in pass rusher in the country. So,
really?
They're going to talk a lot about that on Kentucky Sports Radio today.
Oh, yeah.
Do you think Ryan Lemon gives a pep talk this week?
Yes, most definitely.
Okay,
they
so
need one.
If you have Twitter, follow at KY Sports Radio. You can watch that pep talk if you want to see Ryan Lemon take his shirt off, which he normally does.
Usually does.
And allow notifications so that you can interrupt your day for 3 minutes of what I call Big Blue Nation greatness.
Yeah. And so I don't know any other football. I don't know who Louisville's playing, and Western's got the week off. So.
They're looking for their first win in the conference.
Yeah.
Western is going to heal up a little bit. They've had some injuries.
They have, and they're improving. It was a great game against Marshall.
Yeah.
I always liked hearing about the Marshall game. I listened to it. It was a letdown, but it was still a very good performance by them. And they've struggled. I think they've put in 3 different quarterbacks this season so far, and we're not even halfway in. So they're not.
Well, Coach Sanford and folks at Western need to take a look at what Kentucky has done at Lexington, and allow him the time to build his program.
Oh, yeah.
It's hard to replace a Bobby Petrino and a Jeff Brom at the mid-major level that WKU is on. They've got a good one in Coach Sanford. They need to give him time.
I agree.
So
there are things.
Go ahead.
There are things I'd like to see improvements on, and I hope that they do. Running game was very important to Western with the Petrino era, as well as the Brom era, and we've seen that kind of go away. But that can go away as long as the line and the passing game improves, and so far it hasn't effectively.
That's what bye weeks are for, Aaron.
Exactly.
We'll come right back and take a look at area birthdays for Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. We'll do that in 90 seconds if you've got one to add to the list. I can't imagine adding many more. We've had a ton this morning, Aaron.
Yeah, we filled up the paper.
All right, we'll go to commercial break right now here on WCLU Good Morning Live.
A bountiful harvest is proof that hard work does pay off. Ken Davis Produce is also proof that driving just another 90 seconds past Donnelly's in Glasgow is a payoff in the quality you see and taste. And folks around here can taste the difference. Ken Davis Produce is next to the Farmers Livestock Market. They have fall items now, like pumpkins in various shapes, colors, and sizes, and mums too. It's like a farmer's market that's open every day, but Sunday, of course, 8 to 5, 6 days a week. If you like things old-fashioned way, you're going to love Ken Davis Produce, out 68 and 80, just past the Livestock Market.
Barron County doesn't belong to the drug dealers and violent criminals. It belongs to its law-abiding citizens. Hi, I'm Mike Richardson, working in Barron County as an assistant county attorney and as a resident with a family to protect myself. I agree with the outcries from our citizens. Repeat drug offenders and perpetrators of violent crimes need to be held accountable. I have the proven record of pursuing the tougher sentences these habitual and violent criminals deserve.
On November 6th, join me fight for Barron County's future. Vote for Mike Richardson for Barron County Attorney. Ready on day one.
Paid for by Mike Richardson for Barron County Attorney.
Why the name Fire Pit Spirits? Because your beverage of choice is meant to be enjoyed with good friends, celebrating life, happiness, or just the end of a hard week of work. And, as always, it's meant to be consumed responsibly. So, whatever you're celebrating, gather around your fire pit, because good times are made with the ones you choose to keep in your circle. Fire Pit Spirits. Best selection, best service, best friends.
The university scientists have long hypothesized, where does the magic man get his magic?
or enter Ralphie's. When you bring your coworkers to bowl in the business league, your office staff has clocked in on Ralphie's time. If you suffer from symptoms such as lack of fun, feeling bored, if you get frequent urges to act like it's your birthday, or if you're just not smiling enough, you need to go to Ralphie's. That's Ralphie's Fun Center in Glasgow. A great place for any party, event, field trip, or church group. Get your Ralphie on.
That's right. Ralphie's Fun Center brings you today's birthday list, where if you're just getting back from vacation and you want to take advantage of the Ralphie's Center fall break blowout, today is the last day of that, where when you buy a child's wristband for only $17, that's the multi-activity wristband where they get to do basically everything, and the adult wristbands are $6. That's a deal. That is a deal. If you're off work today, just take advantage of it. And of course, $5 skating every day during the fall break blowout there at Ralphie's Fun Center. So we'll go to Aaron Russell now in the room next to me, and he'll share the birthdays with you, and I'll get the winner's the birthday bed going. You know what I tripped over, and you know why I tripped over, and only you and I get that. All right, here we go, Aaron.
All right, there we go. Friday birthdays coming right at you. Judy Walker is first up on our birthday list. We have Rita Gray as well. Miss Wilma Landrum is celebrating 61 years of age. We have Carrie Eaton celebrating 70 today. Gong, please.
Gong?
Gong for Carrie Eaton.
Hold on. Gong. I need glasses.
There you go.
Let's try that again.
Madison Crumpton. Janie Wheat is well celebrating birthday on Friday. Braxton Hunshell is 17 today. Steve Regal is 68. We have Keegan Park celebrating. Jamie Harris is 43. We have as well Amy Helsley, Ellen Clarkson, Lewis Hagan, and Angie Rush. Over on the anniversaries for this Friday, Jeff and Pam Harper, and BR and Kathleen Tade. Their 61st wedding anniversary. Saturday, October the 6th birthdays include Bobby Gross, Teddy Cheney, Todd Fields celebrating 46 years of age, Cindy Tracy, Janelle Pettigo, Branch Burge, her grandmother called that one in for us, Karen McEwen, we have McEwen, sorry, yeah, stumbled there, Beverly Castile, Billy Compton, Shaylin Reen, we have Rowan, Melanie Phelps, Corey Shive, and Megan Berry. That is Saturday for us. Sunday, Robin Irvin is 29. Hayden Irie, Kevin Rigsby is 52. We have the Hennian twins, Ryan and Weston, both turning 30 on Sunday.
Is that worth a gong,
That is worth another gong. Let's do it. There we go.
Happy 30th to the twins.
And we have father and son on the birthday list for Sunday, David Evans and Casey Evans.
And I can guarantee you they know who Louisville's playing this week. They are big fans. And a really, really nice father-son combo, too. They love sports like we love sports.
Oh,
Aaron.
Really? Yeah. That's good. Over on anniversaries, Jerry and Jan Mays, Barry and Marilyn Bunch, and Bill and Terry Murray celebrating 40 years of marriage on Sunday.
That's excellent.
All right.
Who's our good as gold person of the day?
Patty on the back by special request here on this Friday is Carrie Eaton. And here is what the request had to say.
WCLUradio.com. You can do it too.
Yes. They requested this, and they said this. He has done so much for his community, as well as his service in the military. He has over 35 years of law enforcement service and is currently returned to the Barron County Sheriff's Office as a school resource officer for all of the Barron County elementary schools. I've seen him out at the high school as well. Nice guy, celebrating 70th birthday as well. He's got so many reasons to be good as gold here on this Friday.
Aaron, before we go to break, I want to say hello to some folks on our Facebook Live feed.
All right.
We're also on Periscope and YouTube, and watch WCLU.com and EPB Channel 6. And, of course, we're on the radio. But good morning to Bubby Perkins. We have Glenda Pierce-Eaton, and Glenda saw that Barron River Consignment Shop commercial, and she says, good morning for Barron River Consignment. This is a wonderful addition to our city. Really nice things that they have over there. Pamela Michelle Johnson says hello to you, Aaron. And
oh, hello.
Helena Chase Birdwell's in here today. Gary Taylor, Casey Clay, Charlotte DeMundren Glass, Linda Armstrong, and my cousin Justin Allen all joining us here. And if you're joining us and listening to us, stay with us, because Aaron's got a great dose of tidbit news coming up for you here in just a moment on Good Morning Live WCLU.
The university scientists have long hypothesized, where does the magic man get his magic? The phenomenon that is the magic man is considered one of the great wonders of science. Truth be told, there is no science greater than magic. And that's why the mystery remains.
Hi, I'm Eddie Bruner, and yes, technically I am the magic man, but there's no magic to it. It's honesty, knowledge, and paying the best prices I can pay.
Glasgow Prescription Center is the culmination of my husband's professional career. When he took over GPC, he didn't want to be just good. He'd already done that. He wanted to be great. And I think his patients would agree that he's done just that. Could he get by with a smaller staff? Sure. The gift shop, the flower shop, delivery people, a brand new facility, none of those things are required to have a pharmacy. But that's why it's not just a good pharmacy, it's a great one. I'm really excited to see what Robert is going to do next, because I know he's going to put his heart into it.
Who will be the future face of Pettigo Lessenberry? Through expert analysis, we've confirmed their potential. With intense training, we've prepared them for any occurrence. We've taken their strengths and made them stronger. Now it's time to see what they're made of. Presenting the future face of ISU Pettigo Lessenberry Insurance.
Hello, I'm Jared Pursley. And I'm Daniel Bird. And we're more than prepared to serve you here at ISU Pettigo Lessenberry Insurance. Growing with a proud community since 1902.
Lessenberry Do-It Center is Glasgow's only locally owned hardware store, and that means a lot to me. Lessenberry's has been in business for over 100 years. I walk in the store, they know who I am, and I get the help that I need. For me, Lessenberry's is the easiest place for me to shop, simply because it's a local family-owned business, and I feel comfortable when I'm there. And I'm glad there's still a place like that in Glasgow I can go to.
TJ Sampson, providing
Before I play the tidbit news, we got to add one more birthday for today.
All right.
And it's a big one.
Okay.
It is Nell Houchins.
Nell.
Nell Houchins. Your niece called that in. So happy birthday to Aunt Nell Houchins here on WCLU. And we've got a big, long Ralphie's Fun Center list today, don't we?
Oh, yes, we do.
All right, here we go with the Tidbit Singers.
From the north, south, east, west, NEWS, here's the latest news.
From around the globe and up the street, it is Tidbit News. Tidbit News is, well, it's the offbeat stuff that we like to do. And
this is why I don't have a good video for Wes, but first story today, we got in Illinois, a rounded up escaped camel.
Escaped camel.
I love animals in places they shouldn't be. This one from, you guessed it, UPI. Sheriff's deputies in Illinois helped round up an escaped camel and return it to its owners. But the sad part is the animal later passed away.
That is sad.
That is sad. But Trent Demis of Macon County said his parents bought the 6-year-old camel during the weekend, and it escaped Sunday.
They weren't quite ready to bring it home, were they?
They did not camel-proof the backyard, it sounds like.
Oh, no.
By breaking through a fence. The Macon County Sheriff's Office was tipped off about the loose animal, and deputies joined in the chase. We'll get cows in the roadway. We'll get deer in the roadway. We've had goats in the roadway. I've never heard of a camel in the roadway.
I'll tell you what, out there at Glasgow High School, I'm just waiting for the day that Glasgow High School makes the Tidbit News nationally for Zebra.
Zebra,
Zebra in gymnasium.
Oh, me. So, so that's that about the escaped camel. We got several more stories, though.
Okay, what do you
I did get a variety, not just UPI today.
All
but
right.
this one we have some Indiana Jones stuff happening over in Oregon.
Yeah.
Authorities in Oregon say an FBI bomb squad technician was injured by a blast while searching a property that was rigged with multiple booby traps, including one that seemed like something out of an Indiana Jones movie. Court documents filed this month by FBI Special Agent Jeffrey Gray described the house at 1000 Dream Hill Drive in Williams, Oregon, as a fortified stronghold. The gated residence had barred windows, heavy-duty security doors, and an elaborate network of tripwires. He wrote authorities were contacted on August 29th by real estate attorney Joseph Charter. That month, a Josephine County judge had tasked Charter with selling the 15-acre property. But when he got there that morning, he was allegedly greeted by a sign warning the property was protected by improvised devices, authorities said.
What does that mean?
So the property's owner, Gregory Lee Rodfelt, 66, had been forced to forfeit it as a 2016 elder abuse case involving his 90-year-old mother, according to court records. So terrible.
Trash.
Yeah, terrible person, terrible situation. But apparently he took this home, and so whenever it was getting taken away from him, and he booby-trapped it with explosives device. You can see in that picture, Wes. I can't pull it up. But
yeah.
He has a giant barrel full of like rocks and stuff.
Like Indiana Jones.
Yeah, and it's tripped to where if you tipped it, it was going to roll down and try to crush you. Like the big rock in Indiana Jones. Like the big boulder that comes barreling down in Raiders of the Lost Ark.
That's... He was ready for him.
Oh, yeah. So
for sure.
So we've had a wild Oregon man on the loose trying some Indiana Jones stuff. This is why they should stop making those movies.
Yeah.
People are trying it at home now. All right, next we got a funny video. Watch this. It
Underwater?
is these people in New Zealand kayaking. Boom! That is a seal holding a dead octopus that just slapped that man.
An octopus on my boat!
I wish I could play
A
it.
seal
Yes.
holding an octopus.
A seal
slapping a kayak.
Yeah. Bunch of kayakers out here in New Zealand, out here in the shore. A seal just jumped up, had a dead octopus in his mouth, and just slapped this man across the face with it before going right back in the water.
And caught it on a GoPro Hero 6.
Well,
I wish I had one of those. I got the 4. Man, that is great footage.
Yeah.
That is great footage. Not every day that you have a seal who is carrying an octopus say, "Hey, what you doing up there in that kayak today? Look what I got."
That one out of the Huffington Post.
Okay.
So, actually, no, that was from NPR. The Oregon Indiana Jones was from the HuffPost.
Okay, this is Fox News right here.
Yeah, we got Fox News Weird News. This one is great. I think this is hilarious. And I watched this in person, this celebration. So, that is Isaiah Crowell, former running back for the Cleveland Browns, and that was about 2 weeks ago on Thursday night with his new team, the New York Jets, visited the Browns. And Isaiah Crowell opened up the game with a touchdown on the Jets' first drive.
Oh, wow.
And as his celebration, he took the football, rubbed it against his behind, outside of the pants and stuff, acted like he wiped his rear end with it, and chucked it into the crowd.
As if to say, wiping the slate clean with
Yeah, I
Cleveland.
guess Brown. Just either way. And so...
I know what you're going to say, Aaron. Don't do it. Don't do it. Please don't do it.
I won't do it.
I want to keep my job.
I do too. But, so this celebration got him in a little bit of trouble with the league office. Got him fined $13,000.
15 yards on the kickoff.
Yeah.
And 13 grand.
Yeah. But the best part about this is that he has got himself an endorsement
From who?
out of this.
Charmin?
No, let me find it here. It is like it's bro wipes, dude wipes.
Oh, okay.
So it's like those moist towelettes that they try to sell to guys, but guys are like, I'm too manly for that.
Okay.
So he has now got himself an endorsement for that celebration.
All right.
And so I guess he'll get to pay back his fine with his endorsement check now. So
Awesome. Awesome.
So that is Isaiah Crowell.
Hold on. Before we get to this next story, Aaron, let's pause and take a quick break, and we'll come back and have part 2 Tidbit News.
All right.
Does that work for you?
Sounds great.
All right. Back in a few seconds here on WCLU.
It's country living at its best. Elmore Realty and Auction is excited about this Saturday's auction, selling a home, furniture, collectibles, and many extras. Here's the address, 4149 New Bowling Green Road in Glasgow. Situated on 4 acres, Elmore will auction a 1,400 square foot home with a full bath, 2 or 3 bedrooms. You'll love the hardwood floors in the living room and the cozy eat-in kitchen. Take in the fresh air on the covered front porch and side deck. The auction highlight is the impressive list of personal property, antique tables, chairs, dolls, and collectibles, several bedroom suites including a 3-piece cherry, also a cherry corner cabinet, cherry washstand, dishes, glassware, and some unusual finds that you don't want to miss, as well as appliances, outdoor and wicker furniture. It's a full auction at 4149 New Bowling Green Road. The auction specialist at Elmore Realty and Auction will conduct this sale. Dakota Ray Elmore, broker auctioneer.
From the north, south, east.
Always worth another listen.
Oh, yeah.
Here's the latest news.
And to close today's tidbit news, we have probably the funniest story here.
What you got for me?
And so, that is a bunch of mail on the side of the road. That's not the funny part, though.
Okay, are you showing this on a EPB6?
Yes. And so...
Okay, so somebody's missing their mail.
So you got all this mail here on the side of the road.
Mm-hmm.
It's a picture. It's like roadside. You see the guardrail for radio listeners. Just tons of bins of mail. A U.S. Postal Service worker has abandoned bins of mail on the side of the road in New Jersey because he quit his job mid-route, authorities said, and an image of the dump deliveries has gone viral. The piles of trash mail dates back to August the 8th, but were discovered on Sunday in New Jersey. The mail was sent out for delivery from the Roxborough Station Post Office in Philadelphia, and Special Agent Scott Balfour of the U.S. Postal Service Office of Inspector General told NewJersey.com. The office was able to track down the employee who dumped the mail, but learned the person resigned from their job while they were delivering the mail, and the employee was not identified and a motive was not immediately known. We do not anticipate any further action about this individual, and the Roxborough Station Post Office is still going to deliver the mail. A photo of the dump mail spread quickly online, and after a Facebook user posted a picture of the bins, and it said this: if you're looking for your mail, it may be on River Road by 36th Station. Share this post for people that are missing out on for missing their information. It's out on the street.
So if you're trying to track that package and you're wanting to get an up-to-date status by the minute, currently in transition.
Yeah. Out for delivery.
Out for delivery.
And it's been that way for a month. That
you know, people were calling.
Yeah.
It was out for delivery.
Yeah, exactly.
It never was delivered. That's awful. Hey, before we say goodbye to everybody on Facebook, I want to say goodbye to everybody again. But hello to Glenda Eaton, Karen Johnson, Sherry Jones, Selena Chris Bean, Nelson Glass, Pauletta Furlong, John Lewis. My wife is watching, Greg Barnard is watching, and Kimberly Glass is watching as well. That covers all of our folks on there. We'll take a quick break, and then we'll do like we did yesterday. I'll pick one out, and then you'll pick one out. Okay, Aaron?
Sounds good.
All right, goodbye to Facebook Live. Thanks for tuning in this morning. We'll be back on Monday, and you won't want to miss Guest Host Week here on WCLU. Back after this on